Hey gang, and welcome back. Join us as we take our most insane adventure yet, 10 days exploring the raw beauty of New Zealand's South Island. From rugged alpine passes to the majesty of Milford Sound, this is a no-nonsense tour of the very best. Let's get straight to it. We begin our adventure in Queenstown. Only around 30,000 people actually live here, but Queenstown welcomes over 3 million visitors every single year. After a morning walk along the lake, we hopped on the bus for a short trip over to Arthur's Point and the famous Shotover canyons. These iconic boats were invented right here in New Zealand and are powered by twin V8s, which can hit up to 90 kilometres an hour in as little as 10 centimetres of water, pumping out an insane 45,000 litres per minute. If you're after something a little less intense, next on our list, and my personal favourite, is a drive to Milford Sound. While a boat through Milford Sound is spectacular and totally worth doing, do not miss out on a drive there from Now. The roads are excellent and there is just so much to explore. This area has an annual rainfall of around 6,000 to 7,000 millimetres and has been known to exceed 250 millimetres in a single day. When it rains, water pours down the cliffs, forming hundreds of ephemeral waterfalls. Fun fact, the sound drops to a staggering depth of over 300 metres, meaning these cliff faces plunge almost as far straight down beneath the water as they do into the sky. We gave ourselves 2 full days in Milford Sound, basing ourselves at a backpackers near Now. Having that extra time meant zero rush, just 2 days to explore the waterfalls, wander down side trails and take in the spots most people drive right past. On my bucket list was a hike to Lake Marian. If the full hike is a bit much, the first kilometre through the rainforest and up to the falls is stunningly beautiful and ridiculously easy. The remainder is a challenging 3-hour return hike that requires good fitness but rewards you in a way few places can match. Making our way through the rainforest, I was constantly in awe of my surroundings. The entire hike was beautiful on a level that was honestly hard to comprehend. Eventually, we were confronted by Lake Marian itself, which was so stunningly perfect it defied belief. After enjoying a packed lunch, admiring the scenery and dipping our feet into the cool water, it was time to turn back. We were quickly reminded of just how much tougher descending can be on the knees, and I was seriously wishing I'd packed some trekking poles. Next up, we made our way to Mount Cook, driving straight through the Lindis Pass, where the highway carves through rolling hills of golden tussock grass. Leading us to our next activity, a plane and helicopter combination to the Tasman Glacier. Ideally, I do recommend taking just the helicopter if you can, because they fly so much closer to the terrain. Although landing a plane uphill on a glacier is pretty insane. After a silky smooth and highly impressive landing, we took our first steps onto the glacier. This was the first time that Shah had ever seen the snow. The trip back was by helicopter, and while Shah had a great time sitting on the right-hand side both there and back, sitting on the left meant that my views were mostly obstructed and limited to staring at the distant mountains. So to be honest, my experience was somewhat underwhelming, especially considering the price tag. Very high on my list of things to do was the Hooker Valley Track. At just 10 kilometres return, it's a super flat, easy trail that delivers unmatched views of Mount Cook. I'll never forget standing there in the morning sun, listening to the deep cracking sounds of glacier ice echoing off the mountain peaks. It was something truly special. I highly recommend doing this hike if you're in the area. We took a short detour along the Tasman River to the Tasman Lake, where we were greeted by the local Kia. Ridiculously cute, incredibly intelligent, and absolute little bastards when it comes to anything made of plastic or rubber. Within seconds, they had dismantled someone's windscreen wipers before moving on to try and steal someone's lunch. After ensuring our car was safe, we set off to take a few photos.
Video.
Uh-huh.
I act like
Everything you need, love, right in your eyes. wonder that grows like violet skies, hands held so tightly.
After a long day of hiking and flying around, it was time to indulge in the hot pools of Omarama. These woodfire hot baths are the perfect way to relax after a day exploring the region and were good value. We recommend a later booking around sunset if you can. We returned to our accommodation at the Pukaki airport and had an early night ready for tomorrow's drive to Haast. The Blue Pools are one of the most famous places along the Haast Pass, with crystal clear water flowing through the surrounding beech forest. There is an old Maori story that says that the first sandfly was killed by Tumatawenga, a Maori god of war and human conflict. In revenge, the sandflies were sent to bite humans, becoming the guardians of these wild places and a reminder that we are visitors in their world. And in a way, these little guys really do protect these places, keeping away swarms of sun-tanning tourists and making sure the wilderness stays wild.
Wow.
While we loved the journey there, we can't say we were fans of the town of Haast itself, and we were keen to move on to our next destination, the bustling old mining town of Arrowtown. Arrowtown is a beautiful historic village which sprang to life in the 1860s during the Otago Gold Rush. Today you'll find cosy coffee shops and jewellery stores fill what remains of the old miners' cottages in a countryside perfect for walking and cycling.
Look, this beautiful now. Starting color is red and yellow.
Beautiful, eh?
Imagine next month, everything gonna be yellow and red color.
Towering above Queenstown is the mountain known as Ben Lomond. There is a popular, albeit challenging, hike to the summit, but the area is also famous for its downhill mountain biking and also paragliding if the weather permits. Limited for time, we decided the summit was a bit of a stretch. Checking out the map, we saw that we could just walk halfway and possibly cut across to Jan's Peak. This proved to be an exciting little detour, and we were lucky to have perfect conditions to make it possible. After finishing the hike, it was time to pick up some helmets and make our way to the luge. Turns out the helmets are more for the chairlift than the actual ride itself. There we go.
Craziness.
Oh, this
Bloody dangerous this is.
my mom is so...
Run! Alrighty, here we are at Ferburger in Queenstown. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. I am surprised, because it is just a burger. Damn, that is a 10 out of 10. I could probably eat two. Anywho, yeah, it lives up to the hype. Who would have thought? Not me. Our final destination includes a stunning 1 hour's drive to the town of Glenorchy, where we booked ourselves a jet boat along the Daart River. Weaving our way between gravel banks and towering peaks in the Mount Aspiring National Park, you may recognise this dramatic landscape which became Isengard and the Wizard's Vale in The Lord of the Rings. Be sure to rug up, bring your waterproof gear and some bug spray. Beautiful. So here we are at the Routeburn track, which is next on my bucket list. This trip has been about just driving and exploring and seeing as much as we can of the South Island. But next time, it's going to be a bit of a hiking holiday. Got a big bee buzzing around me. These things are huge. Ah! All right, let's go and have a quick look at the start of the Routeburn. Well, that was the first 30 minutes of the Routeburn track. Oh man, I wish I could keep going. Watching all these other hikers walk past me up that hill, my God, super jealous. But anyway, next time, that's another one to tick off my bucket list. Back to Australia tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers. That concludes our 10-day tour of New Zealand's incredible South Island. If you've enjoyed today's content, please keep the channel alive by simply hitting that thumbs up, and if you would like to see more, press subscribe for more content. Until next time, this is Dave, signing out.